I realised earlier that it's 10 days until I turn 33, 21st of August. That's come round so bleeding quick. And I'm sure I know I mentioned it on the podcast, but I might not have mentioned it on the videos. When I have my birthday, everyone who works for my company gets their birthday off work as like a default holiday day. So I'd forgotten about that when I'd got back from holiday. I might have, it probably was in my head somewhere floating, but I suddenly thought to myself, hang on a minute, I don't have to be in that day. It's Tuesday the week after next. Um, my first thought was, brilliant, I'm going to get so much sleep, it's going to be awesome. And then my second thought was, hang on a minute, the kids are off. They're off for summer holidays and the baby's at nursery, so I probably have to get up and take him to nursery. But I do love the fact, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I suppose I haven't had a reason to talk about birthdays, but since having kids, birthdays have been so much better. I'm trying to think what to do on it, and I thought this would be a good video to talk about things I've done in the past. I mean, when I was younger, when I was a kid, it was easy because it was just like I had so many cousins that we could just have a birthday party at my nan's, and billions of kids would be there by default. That's just the way it was. So it'd always be great fun. I had parties in McDonald's. I remember telling everyone that Ronald McDonald was going to come because they'd told us he was going to come, and then he didn't turn up, which was a bit disappointing. I hold that grudge today. If Ronald's watching, we've got beef. He's got loads of beef. He's a burger salesman, but I specifically got beef with him. I spent some birthdays in odd situations. I have spoken about this, I'm sure, because I dragged all my friends to London for a night out, which the place in the pictures looked massive and awesome and a rock venue. And then when we got there, it was basically someone's living room and it was terrible. And we had a blazing row when we got back. But when I was older, I remember living with Mrs. Sheepdog, and one of my birthdays I basically had the day off because we had a shower repairman coming round, and I basically waited around for him to come and fix the shower. And then I think me and Mrs. Sheepdog went out for a meal or something in the evening, but most of the day I was pootling around playing Football Manager and just doing nothing. So it's got better. When Lampup was 4, I'm guessing, because Mrs. Sheepdog was pregnant with Bosco. She took me down to the New Forest for a week or a weekend. I can't remember how long it was now, but we went to Peppa Pig World, which was fantastic. And I spent my birthday at Peppa Pig World with Lampup running around, getting all excited, meeting all the characters. She claims now that she hates Peppa Pig. Now she's 9, and I'm the one who likes Peppa Pig. But it's become a good bit of banter for us that we go back and forth, saying like we'll see a T-shirt that's in her size, and I'll be going, come buy this, Lampup, and then she'll see a T-shirt in my size that's got Daddy Pig on it, and she'll start laughing at me. So that's good. But we've kind of, I don't know, we've done everything nearby at this point. We're not going anywhere the week after next, as far as I'm aware. So the best thing I can think of at the moment is taking him to the cinema in the morning. I might take him to see Teen Titans Go at the cinema if it's still on then. It was something we watched excessively whilst we were on holiday. I introduced them to it because I think it's quite funny and they'd like it. I wasn't 100% certain whether I'd miss, when you sort of suggest something to somebody and I was like, I feel like you will enjoy it. I feel like you will find this funny. But you could watch it and equally you could be like, why on earth did you think I like this? This is ridiculous. So I got them both to watch it. It was on the flight out. I got them both to watch it. I showed it to Bosco. He just went, yeah, cool, superheroes, it's on. Lampup looked at me a bit like, and then they watched it excessively while we were away. It happened to be Teen Titans Go week on American TV, and they watched the heck out of it. So when I said to them, the film's out now, we can go and see it on my birthday, they're both like, yeah. So I'm thinking that'd be quite a fun morning. I don't know what we'll do the rest of the day at the moment, but I feel like the world's our oyster. Mrs. Sheepdog's at work until like 6. The baby's at nursery till 6. We could just have the best kiddie birthday ever for me, a 33-year-old man, which is awesome sauce because I think once they're too old, it's going to be boring. I'm going to get like socks and stuff and just be like, I don't know. I am really lost as to what I actually want as well. I'm looking at stuff for recording the videos and that, and I've my sister got me the camera, which is awesome. And I asked Kev yesterday how on earth he records with his one because I have to press so many buttons to stop it recording the wrong way. And he said he just uses some other software that I'm fully familiar with and have used 100 times before and just completely forgot existed. So I'm hoping if I can get some bits and pieces like a light and I don't know, just something. I'm trying to think of something that will go boom. That's it. Then I can start adding in graphics and stuff or something. I don't know. It could be another level up, which would be awesome. Because the reason I started going on this sort of tangent when I've just been talking about birthdays is because even more shockingly, I'm 3 videos away from 150 videos, which is ridiculous, frankly. I can't believe that. It means I'm only 55 days away from 200, which so I'm thinking again, nothing's really changed that much. The quality is sort of I'm starting to do better with the out and about ones, so I guess, you know, it's exciting to think I'm at 150. I'm not that far off 200. I guess I'd already be at 150 if I hadn't missed a few days, but no, I'm thinking that'll be I've got to think of something for that. B, it's a shame it didn't line up with my birthday, because that would have been handy. I could have done a special birthday one, but I can do both. And yeah, C, it's inspired me to figure out. It's OBS, the software that I can use to put stuff on the screen. So we'll see what happens. That'll be fun. I'm gonna try and I might do some videos with the kids and then mess with them afterwards by adding stuff into it that wasn't actually there. Going back to reality. The rest, you know, today, the week, whatever. Today was community day for Pokemon Go, and today did not go really to plan. Actually, I'd planned to go out with Bosco and walk around and have fun with him and do it, but then I realised this morning there were no other kids joining us. It was basically, there was nobody out because it's 2 days this month. Everyone's going out tomorrow, so I said to him, "Well, do you want to come and just do it, or do you want to stay in bed?" And he stayed in bed, which I don't blame him for. I would have done the same. Lamp Up stayed in bed too. They slept in till like 11. So when I got back from community day, I came back about 12:30 because I was like, I've got everything I wanted. I'm done now. It's a bit of a formality. I'm just playing the game. You know, it's fun. I saw some people. They just recently got up. I was exhausted. I was burnt. Like, I wanted to just go to sleep. But typically football was on, so I was like, right, okay, I want to watch football. I want to see the scores come in. So I sat there watching that. They've been getting faster and faster and more lively all this time through the match. You know, they want to do something. They want to do something. They want to do something. And I'm sat there thinking, what is going on? What is going, like? Why are they so lively? And then it dawned on me that we've got back from holiday, gone straight to work for the whole week, and they've got back from holiday and they slept in till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A couple of the first few days we got back. And then they've been getting up at normal times, but they've been at home. And then today they had a lie-in. They're at a point where they're so well rested that they're at like 110% fitness kind of thing. They're ready to just go. They want to bounce off the walls. They're ready to go back to school. And there's like 3 and a bit weeks left of the holidays. Whereas me and Mrs. Sheepdog went to work, and, you know, it's just been non-stop. So, I mean, my work's been a bit slower because it's summer, but I've been getting up early and going in and coming back normal time and doing everything that's normal. Mrs. Sheepdog pushes all of her hours into 4 days in a week. So she only works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then has Fridays off with the baby. And so she got Friday of, okay, I can relax now. Whereas I've been just an idiot and basically been unable to sleep all week. And I've ended up reading comics till like 1 o'clock in the morning because my brain's so messed up. And then the day I should have been resting today, I've jumped up and gone out and done 3 hours of walking around deep in playing Pokemon, then watched football. And I'm doing the same tomorrow. But what seemed to happen is whilst they're bouncing around, I just broke. I just lay on the sofa and was unable to move for an hour and a half and was just like, I can't even fall asleep. I'm just completely slumped. But I've been trying to... Kids are a nightmare. This is one of those where it's bordering into a parenting video and bordering out of one into a personal one, but I get why they're energetic and bored. They want to do stuff. They've had a week off of resting. They're excited to go and do stuff. But I said to them, go up to your rooms and play with your toys. And kids don't know how to do that these days, I think. I don't know if it's just my kids or what, but they were like, no, we're just going to watch some videos on YouTube or whatever. And I said, no, don't do that. You should do that. They shouldn't do that. So they did it for a little bit because it's fine. They can do a little bit. And then I said, go out in the garden. And they were like, the swing was up and whatever needed doing. So they went and did that. They spent maybe 5 minutes doing that. Come back in. Yeah, we've done that now. And I'm like, I meant like for 2 hours go out in the garden, not 30 seconds. Sent them upstairs. They come straight back down. Nothing to do. Don't know what I'm doing. So it's just been impossible. They're so in need of doing something that they now can't see what they want to do, and I feel like we need to teach them somehow. I feel like maybe tomorrow, instead of going out and running around and doing loads of mad stuff, I should go upstairs with each of them and spend like 10 minutes setting them up how to play with their own toys, and then leave the room, go to the next one and show him. I did that with Bosco when he was younger. He's got this big Power Ranger Megazord, and I was playing awesome games with him where the Megazord was grabbing Pokemon, and then it was taking on the power and ability of that Pokemon, and it was fighting superheroes, and it was being controlled by the Reverse Flash and Bizarro from the DC comics, and they're having this, and he loved it. But then I was kind of like, right, now you carry on playing that while I nip off. And I know he doesn't have the world building knowledge of that, but it seems to be. I don't remember my parents needing to be there guiding the play. And I'm sure they were always just at work and in the kitchen or doing housework, chores, stuff, and I was just there with Action Man and Barbie going, get away from me, and flying my planes around. So I don't know, it's weird. Kids have it different these days, but I don't know what to do with it. I feel like because they're off, they're under my kind of focus a bit more, and I'm learning more or noticing more things, I guess, but I don't know how to get them back into it. They're growing crystals at the moment, which was something that I thought was going to be fun for them. It is fun for them, but what I mean is it caused no end of arguments. They bought this crystal growing set when we were in America, and I didn't realise they were going to do it off camera. I thought we were going to film them grow. I'll get the results when they're finished. I think it takes a day or two, but they did that for like 20 minutes. Again, I thought it was going to be a full hour or two killer where, you know, it's very, very involved, but it was like open it, chuck it in a bowl, leave it alone. So then Lampup's told Bosco he can have a crystal, but then he's upset that he can't have the red crystal. He wants he wants the purple one or whatever, and that one's massive. And then she's saying, "Well, it's mine," and it's all back and forth. And I'm trying to explain to him that the thing she bought for herself, she probably needs to control. But kids' toys are bizarre as well now. I don't ever remember having a crystal grow. I worry this is basically sending her down the route of Breaking Bad if I'm teaching her how to make crystals, but I guess it's probably not that technical. They did it while I was out catching Pokemon. It just has a magnifying glass, a stirring stick, and crystal seed. I wish we'd filmed this. I don't understand. But anyway, so that's like the highlight of their day so far, building the crystal. But then it just led to arguments non-stop. I feel like they're in that middle of summer. Everything's done. They've done what they wanted to do. They have no more plans, and they're stumped. They need to watch Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb would never have had this problem. That's the thing. Phineas and Ferb would have built a roller coaster and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm fried today. I found it. I did start recording a video in my new recording studio, the Tesco car park, and I got 3 minutes into it, and my phone went nuts. I thought I was receiving a phone call, and then when I come back, the video was gone, and I was gutted because I thought, oh, I can start my series of Tesco car park videos. But yeah, you lost that solid gold. This is just a tribute video to that video. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up just because I've noticed how long this is, and I told Mrs. Sheepdog she could watch the 4x4 relays in the European Championships downstairs with the sound on, and then I've talked over it, so she might have missed that now. I feel a bit guilty, but that's what she's been doing all day, watching people run around, and I'm thinking that's exhausting. I open my eyes, look at the telly, and I'm like, these people are so athletic, I'm exhausted. The kids want to do stuff, I'm exhausted. Tomorrow should be more fun because Bosco's coming with me. There'll be other children playing the Pokemon Community Day. If you didn't go out today and you are a Pokemon Go player, go out tomorrow. You'll need to catch like 10 shiny Eevees so you can evolve them all into separate ones. I got 6 and I evolved them into 3 of them, and now I need to find another 5 or 6. I basically want 10, so I'm safe. But anyway, yeah, I'll cover that tomorrow, and I'll probably do a video with Bosco and Lampup. But thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you then.